Thank you for tuning in to the Global Elite Academy, where we teach you how to open your own home care agency. Now, we mostly focus on non medical, and this week we're going to talk about how to open up your home care business in Colorado. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is get a structure your business. What is the name of your business going to be? So get a name for your business, and how do you want it structured? Do you want an LLC, corporation, or sole proprietor? Now, this is something you should need to check with a tax person, because when you structure your business, it's going to be also about how you're paying your taxes, or what's going to be the best way for you to pay your taxes. Should it be, should you structure it like a corporation or LLC? Is it more than you open it? So anyway, you consult a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, a tax person for that. Now, you need an EIN number to open up any business, and it's your identification number for your business. When you file for file for taxes and things, this is the number that you would use for your business. It's like your business social security number. So you would go to irs.gov, and you can apply right online. So now when you fill out the application to apply for this, it's going to give you your EIN number, at the end when you submit the paperwork, is going to come back with your EIN number. And again, this is your social security number for your business. So once you have that, now where are you going to have your business at? Are you going to open up an office, or you're trying to save your overhead and you're going to open it up at home? Well, that's great. You can have your office open your office at home. So now, what address are you going to use? Because you do not want to use your home address, giving your home address out to people and have it all on the website or all on your brochure. You don't want that. So what you need to do is get a virtual address. So you could go online, and any of these virtual companies, to get a virtual address, like what do you call it, mailbox, etc., places like that. iPostal, that's a good place, iPostal. And so you would apply for a mailbox in your city. So right now we're doing Colorado. So where do you want to do? Okay, so let's narrow it down to Denver. We're going into Denver, Colorado. Now, you don't have to do this. Everybody don't have to do this, but eventually you're going to want to do it. When you first start your office, let's just say you will have your office location, virtual office location in Denver. So you're going to apply for your virtual address. Now, after you get your virtual address in Denver, let's say your business is up and running and it's been open about 6 months. You probably should get another virtual address for your company, let's say in Aurora, Colorado, which is the suburbs of Denver. Now, the reason you're doing this, because it looks like you're expanding and your office is growing. So let's say you're dealing with different doctor's offices, and these doctor's offices are in Aurora. Because you said you were in Denver, maybe they feel you were too far. They didn't, really maybe want to refer patients because you're too far. Well, you could tell them, no, I have a satellite office or branch office in Aurora. So that's the purpose of getting more um, virtual addresses because it just looks like your company is just another branch. It's just expanding. But to start off, you don't need that. You just need one office, okay? So, one location, I would say. Now you need a phone number. I like Grasshopper um, phones. I really like Grasshopper. They give you a separate business phone number. You could put the people on hold when they call and use music. You could transfer it to another extension. Like you could be on the phone with the person and say, oh, they could say they want human resources. And you could say, hold on, I'm transferring you right now to human resources. And you put the, whatever the transfer number is, 72, we'll say, and it'll transfer them right on over to human resources. It's just like a professional business number. It's called Grasshopper. So now you have your phone number. You have your phone number, your virtual address. You're ready to start business. Now, you are starting your business, but you don't have you need a receptionist, and you don't have the money to pay the receptionist. Can you afford to get a receptionist Monday through Friday and pay them, let's say $8 an hour if you were paying $3 or $4 an hour? Yes, you can. So now you're going to go what is called Upworks. You're going to post the job that you're looking for a virtual assistant. Now, let's say that this virtual assistant, you're going to have them do all your hiring through Indeed for you, and you want them to answer your phone. So I like the workers in Philippines. You could choose workers in India or wherever you want to choose, but I always get. I used to get India. I just think the ones in Philippines, I just like them better. So then you would post the job. You're posting it in the Philippines. That's where you want it posted, or India, wherever you want to post it. And you're putting there that the job is paying $3 an hour. Or if you want to put $4, we'll say $4 an hour. And how many hours do you want to do? You could start off maybe doing 12 hours a week or 8 hours a week, whatever you want to start. If you haven't used this before, you might want to start with maybe 8 hours a week to see how it do, and then increase it as you go on. Okay, so you're going to have these employees, and they're going. Let's say you're hiring somebody to do your hiring, to hire your caregivers. So then you'll hire someone from the Philippines, you'll train them, and then they will be the one to post your ads on Indeed for caregivers, and they'll interview them and everything for you. So you train them the way you want them to be trained. And then you could say something like, for final approval of the person that they're hiring, you would do the final interview. So you would put in the ad that there's 2 interviews that they would go through. Or either when the person comes from the interview, you all would tell them that it's 2 interviews. You would do the final interviewing and hiring that person. That takes a big load off of you. And you may just be paying for the help. Let's just say you paying, $60 a week for the help. Okay? So that's another, you could seriously think about that. But remember, they're in the Philippines, so they can they could do, because I know agencies that use them to answer their phone, to act, as a receptionist. Some of them use them for hiring, like I said, virtual assistants for hiring. And so whatever you could do over the phone, like they could definitely do. Obviously, they can't do anything on person because they're in Philippines. So that helps you get employees at a very low rate. Okay. So now so then you want to apply for your license. Now when you apply for your license, in Colorado, they're gonna ask you, do you want to add IHSS? But it doesn't say IHSS, but they're gonna ask you, do you want to add that? And you can choose to add that. So then you can, when you're applying for Class B, this is for Class B non-medical, you'll be applying for the Class B and the IHSS at the same time. So then when you get that, you're going to go over to the website and apply for the NPI. So you'll go to the IHSS website for Colorado and you'll apply for the NPI number. Now, if you have a hard time finding that, give me a call. Go to my website, which is globaleliteacademy.net. Look up my phone number and give me a call, and I could tell you exactly where to go and fill out to get that NPI number, because unfortunately I don't have it right here with me. So if you can't get it by looking up the IHSS, just give me a call and I will get you that the number where you would go. And you would go online and fill out the application for your NPI number. The NPI number is the number that you're going to use. That's your identification number for IHSS, and it's good for anywhere in the United States, but that's the number that you're going to use when they pay you. They'll associate who you are with that number. So in other words, if you're going to open up a business agency, let's say in California, and you're going to open up for IHSS there too to receive patients, you do not have to go and apply for the NPI number again. You don't have to do that. It's one time applying for that NPI number. So no matter where you live in the United States, that's the number that you're going to use. Okay, so now I'm just moving it on a little bit faster. It might be some things in between that you need to do, but this is the basic. So now you're ready. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Then you have to get your liability insurance. So the insurance, when you apply for the license, it tells you on the application how much how much the insurance you need. I think it's 1 million liability and 2 million for the business insurance. But like I said, it'll tell you that. So you have to make sure you're covered for your insurance. Okay, so now you're ready to start taking patients. Now, I had a man call me and tell me that he was waiting for patients to come from IHSS. You're not going to get you're going to have to market. You're in a business where nobody knows about you, and you're going to have to market. So when you apply for the IHSS and you finish all of that, a worker will start referring some patients to you. But you are going to have to market to get patients, and we'll talk about that later. So now you're going to hire your caregivers. To start off, you should hire anywhere from 7 to 10 caregivers. And then the rest you could do, as you just need that much just to get started. You need to do the 2 background checks, the regular CBI background check, and then you need to do Colorado CAP, which is Colorado Adult Protective Services. You need to do, or Adult Protective Background Checks. You need to do that background check as well.